Okay, and as we flagged off that clearly the result candidates are holding out well. What's the expectation from SBI? Nilesh Parekh, Associate Director, Wholesale Capital Markets at Edelweiss, joins in. Nilesh, thanks for being with us. What's your expectation for the fourth quarter and key factors?
We are expecting a steady quarter from SBI, reporting a profit growth of about, expectation is that they'll report about 20% plus in earnings. We're expecting a profit of about 37.5 billion. This is largely on the back of steady performance on the operating side, with an NII coming in closer to about 140 billion, which is a 9% kind of a growth, expecting steady margins. I think the key obviously is the trends on the asset quality. Now, I think when you look at it from how the state, the associate banks of SBI has done and what the other state-owned banks have done, coupled with what typically fourth quarter is expected to, is typically the best quarter for SBI from a recovery perspective. Our expectation is that the asset quality numbers, headline numbers, should be better from Q3 levels. We're expecting a decline in both gross and net NPLs, and that will ensure that your profitability numbers do come in at a steady 20% plus earnings for SBI.
Okay, so are you expecting a decline in absolute gross NPA levels as well? And what are your assumptions on slippages as well as restructured assets?
Yeah, so slippages, we're expecting, close to about 60 to 65 billion for the quarter. And in terms of restructuring, given that this is the last quarter where banks have been given the dispensation by RBI for restructuring, the number could be elevated. SBI during the Q3 earnings had mentioned that the pipeline for restructured assets is about 50 billion. Our expectation is that the number could be slightly higher than that, could be anywhere between 60 to 70 billion. So, but I think this has to be viewed in context too, that this is the last quarter for restructuring, which is being allowed by RBI. So we're not expecting a decline in, in terms of the absolute numbers. It's more from percentage perspective.
Nilesh, now some of the analysts are expecting the sale of assets to ARC, and this may impact the headline gross NPAs. What are your expectations on this front?
Yeah, sure. So, in terms of the entire recovery and write-off numbers, there would be some element of ARC sales, which would, contribute to the decline in gross NPLs. But, I think, you have to see in context to what they did last year. Last year was a very significant amount of sales that they did to ARCs. So I don't think that's played a major role this year. So, even if there is some amount, may not be anything significant.
Sure, and how do you see advances and deposit growth to shape up? Quite a few analysts see advances growth of sub 10%. Hence, what are your expectations?
So we are in that camp. We're expecting close to about 9 odd percent on the loan growth side, and rough similar numbers on the deposit side. But one thing that we need to also keep in in perspective is that when you look at the industry numbers for loan growth, till the last fortnight of FY15, the average loan growth was around 10%, but towards the end it actually touched closer to 12%. So there could be an element of the base number could be higher than 9%. But I think what would be critical is to look at the average growth during the quarter, which would be below 10%.
And the stock also trades at about 1.4 times the FY17 price to book value. In terms of peer performance, how do you see SBI performing on financials compared to some of the other PSUs and private banks?
So I think SBI clearly is our top pick amongst the state-owned banks, given that it's relatively better on the asset quality and carries one of the best liability franchise in the country, supported by, as I mentioned earlier, the strong capital adequacy position that they have. So clearly amongst the state-owned banks, SBI is clearly at the top. But on the other side, I think there are still issues around, the entire recovery could be slightly delayed for SBI compared to the private sector banks. So someone like an Axis and say an Anderson, Yes Bank, who probably carry limited baggage on stress, can actually capitalize on the emerging turnaround that we are seeing in the economy much faster than say an SBI. So, still overweight on private compared to the state-owned banks. But yeah, within the pack of state-owned banks, SBI is a preferred bet.
Okay, Nilesh, we leave it at that. Thanks very much for taking time out and sharing your expectations from SBI. Well, the numbers are due today, and we'll surely be watching out for that. But let's now speak to the management of Wockhardt.